Hey everybody, welcome back to Shift Your Saturdays. Very happy to have you here as we're going to be continuing our Building Your Business series, week 9, what to automate before you scale. Now, at this point, we're 9 weeks in, and some of you out there, if you've been following all the videos, hopefully you're getting some traction. Maybe you're getting some new clients, maybe you're getting some new interest. You're slowly starting to build up that business. And this is both great, because obviously you're getting results, but it can also be a challenge because ultimately what got you those first 3 clients is not going to help you get those next 30 and so on what you're looking to do. At some point, you're going to hit that classic problem that all businesses get into, which is time becoming the bottleneck. There's only one of you, right? And this is really the common problem I see with most solopreneurs is that there becomes this limiting factor, right? You are the limiting factor. There's only so much of you. There's only so much time that you can spend on the business. And so what we have to start figuring out is talking about automation, specifically what you need to automate first so you can scale without burning out. Now, on a personal note, this is what I love talking about. This is what I love helping business owners with. It's what I've done majority of my career over the past 20 odd years doing. So very excited to be talking about this today and getting this wisdom and information out there. So what do we need to think about, right? Here's the moment that every business owner hits. You're making sales, things are working, but you are drowning, right? You are having the issues of not enough time, not getting everything done. And at some point, you start to worry, right? Because you know every new client means answering the same questions, the same emails, the same onboarding dance, right? And you really get down to, if I get one more client, this is going to break. And that's the signal, right? That's the white flag that you need to stop and you need to focus on working on the business. And you need to automate. Because the truth is, you cannot scale a business that requires your manual touch on all aspects of it. It's not going to work, right? So today we're going to focus on the key points of what you need to think about when it comes to automation so you can work on them, so you can grow. Most importantly, you're not losing that mind, right? So what is it? The first thing you have got to absolutely automate is going to be your sales call booking process, right? If you're still playing email tag to schedule calls, you're bleeding time, right? So one of the personal examples I have from this is that anyone who wants to book a time with me now simply goes to schedulethomas.com. My schedule's dynamic, is up to date. You can go there and you can book a time immediately if you want to chat more about what we do. Over the years, I've calculated that that single tool alone has probably saved me roughly between 40 to 50 hours of work time per year, right? And why is that? Because most people don't realize how much time they spend on the email back and forth or the text message back and forth trying to figure out what time works for a meeting, right? If you stop that what time works for you email chain and you simply automate the process, it becomes so much simpler. And this is where having the calendar tool along with the domain name can be so helpful. So I've purchased and I've had schedulethomas.com for years. All people have to do is they type that into their browser and it automatically gets redirected to my scheduling tool. And it's tied into my Outlook, which I use, as you all know from previous videos, to help block my time. So if someone sees me online, if someone sees me in person, whatever it may be, as long as I'm giving them the chance to go to, again, schedulethomas.com, they are free to book a time with me whenever they can. And what I like about this is not only does it help cut down on time, but it looks so much more professional. It is so helpful to have that link, especially in your email signature, right? If you have that email link in your signature, it looks professional, it saves you so much time, and it speeds up the process by which you can then connect with people, okay? So that's automation piece number one. Automation subpoint number 2 is you have to create something that people actually want. Right? For years and years, people are always talking about lead magnets and get something out there for free that you can use to build your database. And while that's good, over the years it's kind of been overdone, right? And so there's so much free stuff out there, especially online when it comes to lead magnets and things like that. I think people just kind of assume that stuff should be free. So what I want everyone to focus in on is what is that lead magnet? What is that offer? that you can provide to people that will truly get them excited about working with you and get them into your system. Now, the traditional information lead magnet product idea is fine, but some of you are out there, you may not want to have. It may just get down to, hey, sign up and you get 20% off your first service. You may get, $50 off your first call. Whatever it is, right? What we wanted to do is start solving one specific problem for our customer, and it gets them into our system. Because if it can get them into our CRM, or customer relationship management software, then we can start that automated communication process that's ultimately going to drive them to, whether it's the sales page or the booking page, whatever it may be. It can do the work for us while we are off doing other things, whether it's picking the kids up from school, whether it's cooking dinner, or just sleeping in on a Sunday morning, whatever it might be. Having that automation piece and having that offer and that value to get people in is critical to being successful. The connecting piece of all that, again, I mentioned a little bit before, but you need to have that email and text sequence that confirms that they opted in, but helps drive them to that next step, right? This is all about reminding people of the initial opportunity or offer you're giving them on a consistent basis. So then that way they truly are being driven through your funnel appropriately. So if they get that offer, right? Say, let's just assume it's for, we'll use a pizza example here. Let's say your offer is, give us your email, I'll give you 2 large pizzas for free with the purchase of another one. Okay. That's great if they go ahead and they go through the offer. But if they don't actually buy the 2 pizzas to get the one for free, it's not doing anyone any good. So this is where the automation sequence needs to then kick off or fire to help push them along that path, and then stop once it's actually occurred. So no matter what business you're in, whether you're doing home inspections or just cutting hair, having that lead magnet is critical, whether it's, again, the information product, whatever it might be. But then having it automated, drive them to the actual action you're looking for is critical, because that's the piece that you're actually looking for to happen. Okay. So making sure you're doing that piece of communicating with them until they take the action you're looking for is critical, beyond them just signing up for something. The other thing that you have to think about is you want to automate the right pieces. In today's day and age, we are bombarded by marketing messages. We're bombarded more and more so with AI, fake content, slop content, whatever you call it. You automate the right pieces, but keep the human touch in the right pieces as well too. So this is a critical example. I have a client of mine who does hair coloring work. And what they found was that people didn't want to speak to a scheduler or administrative person. They wanted to talk to that person specifically because they were part of the experience, right? When there's AI everywhere, when there's digital communication, digital media everywhere, that human touch, that human connection is more and more valuable. So focus on keeping yourself in the right pieces of that automated process, because ultimately people want to buy from you, the person, and not necessarily the digital version or the other variants appropriately. There's a time and a place for automating it, but also making sure that as part of this process, you yourself, the face and true leader of the business, are still open and available at the appropriate times. So this is just a starting point for everyone out there watching this video to understand marketing automation and what you need to automate first to truly be successful. Again, it goes down to, do I have that booking link? Do I have that website opt-in? Do I have that communication sequence driving people to that action item I want them to take? That is a major milestone in terms of small businesses having that developed, but also putting it into good use. So then your business at that point has truly become a cash machine versus you doing something to make extra money. Because ultimately, if we take it then to the very last step, once we start advertising into that machine, it is fully automated, and then we're just tweaking on and working stuff. So in this case, if you're out there, hopefully this was helpful. Would love to share with you all, or have you share with us, what do you think about the video? If you can like and share and subscribe and help get the word out to what we're doing to all the other parent entrepreneurs out there, we'd appreciate it. And we look forward to seeing you next week here on Shift Your Saturdays.